Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to a special bonus episode of Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. As Kate Gate went nuclear on Tuesday, Kate, or at least someone with the same type, hair and body shape, but facing away from photographers, was spotted in a car with Prince William. Royal commentator Richard Palmer observed on Twitter, "It's interesting to see that the BBC and other broadcasters, as well as newspaper websites, have used this car shot when no major UK media organisation used one a few days ago." Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams commented that this sudden appearance was not the appropriate response to the controversy over the edited image released to commemorate Mother's Day. He remarked, "When journalists expressed a desire to see Catherine, no one, as far as I understand, meant it in this manner. A sudden appearance, as she had just made, is a knee-jerk reaction lacking the dignity expected of royals. This matter has also overshadowed Commonwealth Day. There should never have been a period of 2.5 months where she appeared to disappear. We should have occasionally felt connected while she maintained her privacy. William and Catherine are facing tremendous pressure, particularly difficult considering her recent illness. However, the error of editing the photograph, though highly embarrassing, is not a major catastrophe." In the latest version of the timeline, we're told Kate sent the photo to her team on Saturday. A plan was then put in place to release the photo on Sunday at 9 a.m, along with a message. Insiders told the Times Kate was thinking of her own children when editing the picture, hoping that they looked good for their own sakes. Royal writer R.S. Locke tweeted, "Sky News has also analysed the metadata and reached a similar conclusion as the Telegraph, with one exception. The Telegraph assumes that the photo was taken last Friday because that's the first date it was saved on Photoshop. Sky News states that the date is unknown. CNN announced that it is conducting a review of all other official photos released by the royals amidst concerns that others may have been subject to editing." Analysis of the picture, which was presented as the full first image of Kate since her abdominal surgery, revealed several instances of editing. Metadata later disclosed that the image was altered in Adobe Photoshop on Friday and Saturday before being shared on Kensington Palace's official social media platforms, accompanied by a personal message from the princess. In the Washington Post, Molly Roberts writes, "The truth is probably neither as innocent as the royals contend nor as sinister as the public claims. Maybe Catherine herself doesn't spend her days idly airbrushing on Adobe Photoshop as she suggests, but it seems that in this case someone did." The BBC reports that analysis of the image's metadata shows the shot was snapped with a digital camera, then saved twice on the software. Teenage touch-up artists have been using the tool to obscure pimples in their prom pics for more than a decade now, but these days Photoshop has even niftier capabilities. Catherine edited a photo, maybe a little, maybe a lot, and apparently this is evidence that next time we see her, we'll be seeing a body double instead. As covered by the New York Post, Piers Morgan wrote, "The mantra of Britain's greatest monarch, the late great Queen Elizabeth II, was very simple. Never complain, never explain, and rarely be heard speaking in public. That was the consistently successful formula that made her one of the most beloved global public figures of my lifetime. And conversely, those royals who've chosen to do the complete opposite, like the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who never stopped complaining, explaining, and yapping in public, have made themselves incredibly unpopular. The problem is social media. Some of the stuff I've read about Kate has been mind-blowingly false, dumb, and downright offensive. Similarly, I've been stunned by the avalanche of ill-informed crap that's being spewed about Charles. But is it really any surprise that the public has surged into such a conspiracy mode given how little they've been told about the health of two of the most famous people on the planet? And given that one of them, the wife of Britain's next king, has fessed up to deliberately misleading them? It almost defies belief that in supposed effort to put an end to all the crazy rumors about her, Kate decidedly to significantly edit the first official photo of her since she came out of the hospital and then get the palace to release it to unwitting media organizations for general dissemination. The photo was a fake, and now it turns out it was a pretty elaborate fake. In fact, internet sleuths were quick to claim at least 16 different things that were wrong or weird about it, from Kate's badly aligned zip and blurred hand to Charlotte's abruptly cut hair and washed-out knee, to George's artificial-looking sweater edges and Louis's wonky fingers. Even the stone ledges in the background looked distorted, and the tree leaves surprisingly plentiful and green for England in mid-March. As pressure mounted on Kensington Palace for an explanation, Kate issued a second unprecedented statement saying, "Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. See." But the problem with this statement is what she didn't say. Was the photo really taken last week, or is it an old one taken before she fell ill? She looked very different from the image captured by TMZ paparazzi a few days ago as she was being driven in a car by her mother. This is not a trivial matter. The answer to the question is vitally important to public trust in a publicly funded institution. I feel very sorry for Kate that she's had to go through whatever health issues she's had, which has kept her away from public gaze and duty for so long. But my sympathy will erode if it turns out that she and the palace have deliberately misled the media and public about when the photo was taken to convey a false impression about her condition. The obvious thing for the palace to do is release the original, unedited image so we can all see for ourselves just how much we were duped and to tell us exactly when it was taken. But so far, it's refusing, which is merely serving to fuel what's been dubbed the Kate-spiracy. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to wonder why. The Daily Mail's Ruby Noldrit posted a well-circulated theory on Twitter claiming, "My analysis of the Kate Middleton photo saga is that they took her face from the Vogue cover she did years ago and edited it in." A source close to Meghan has been quoted as saying, "If Harry and Meghan had ever encountered the same issue, they would have been annihilated. The same rules do not apply to both couples. This isn't a mistake that Meghan would ever make. She has a keen eye and freakish attention to detail." In a parody website, the Daily Mash quoted a royal fan as saying, "Now I'm beginning to doubt whether the Queen even met Paddington." Palace Intrigue will be right back. A scaled-back version of the royal family made a joint appearance Monday at Westminster Abbey to mark Commonwealth Day. Commonwealth Day, observed on the second Monday of March each year, serves as a tribute to the network of nations once under British rule. It's also a rare occasion for the entire British royal family to assemble. Prince William also attended solo. Missing were Charles and Kate. Prince Andrew, who has withdrawn from public life due to his controversies surrounding his association with Jeffrey Epstein, was not present. His daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, are not considered core working royals, reportedly at Charles' insistence, and pursue their own careers. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan Markle, now based in Hollywood, were notably absent, with Markle making an appearance at South by Southwest conference in Texas over the weekend. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Apple or Spotify or your app of choice. That will help you also get these alerts when they happen. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.